right. All right. Just gotta post to Twitter. All right. What? We opened this with a quag, so I'm gonna open this with a hello. Hello, player. I hope we get shining. We only got 2 days left. Well, more like 1.5 days left. Hope you're having a good day, though. I literally just finished watching that. Like, it was that Michelle is telling me right now to watch the gay shit, the mecca of gay shit. Right now. I missed that version. But I like that she's that they have yeah, Emmy award-winning gay shit. I do miss a little bit of the, you know, Sasha Velour's "Hey Beauties." I feel like that was like a time, for sure. A Sasha Velour tag. I'm trying to think like what seasons it was for. Because at one point they had Jada doing them, so it had to have been like it had to have been before Jada won. So like before 2020. I have no idea if I already hit the counter on that. Yeah, it would have been like sometime after her reign started, so maybe she won season 12. So maybe it started for All-Star, not All-Stars, season 13? And then into like All-Stars, what was after 13? All-Stars 6? Was that 2022 though? I don't remember. No, that was 2021. 2022 was All-Stars 7. Carnivine. I'm just glad I have Carnivine today, because for the past 2 days I did not have it at all in the Great Marsh as a daily Pokemon in any of the areas. It must be a good sign. I hope so, because if I don't get it tomorrow, I might be SOL. I mean, I can still hunt, I just won't be able to hunt Carnivine. Oh yeah, so I meant to start this off with 8 hydration checks, so go get some water, have some water, take a sip. Oh my god, that just reminded me of take a fucking sip, babes. It has been so long since I've heard anyone or seen anyone say that. It feels like it was such a long time ago. I'm gonna have to look up when that was like a meme. (2016) October 24th, 2016. Sup, Eric? Yeah. I guess we could say that, yeah. It was just before the awful new era. Maybe that's why it fell off. I don't know. Apparently... Wait. Oh no. So it looks like it really fell off in February of 2017. According to Know Your Meme. I remember after the election, someone on Tumblr was like, fuck Tuesday again, no problem. Aw, leave that little dog out of that. He's just trying to help us. Like, Tuesdays are gonna happen regardless. I do think that was maybe some misplacing. Yeah. For one particular problematic Tuesday. Yeah. And I'm gonna say Tuesday, innit? I actually don't say that, but because I forget about it all the time until someone else says it, and then I remember it. Happy, thank you for the follow, Hep. Carnivine. See, my British problem is that the only thing I can think of is so Rina Sawayama did what, like, it's in like an interview where they like paint something, and so it was before like Hold the Girl, like her album was coming out, so she painted her album cover, and she got this question about like being an industry plant, and she's like, I'm 31, which, like, I'm pretty sure that's not her accent, but like for some reason whenever I go to do it, that's the accent I give her. I'm 31. They were trying to make me an industry plant. They didn't do a very good job. That's not how she sounds, but that's how I make her sound, because that's the only way I know how to do a British accent. There you. I should go find that interview, actually. One time I said it on a Sunday and I fucked myself up for the rest of the week. Oh, sorry, that was a... Automod wanted me to, like, allow or deny that because you said fucked. So now I gotta figure out that setting about Tuesday. Whoops. I feel like I can never figure out the settings for these things. Alright. We need to edit Automod then. Like, cause I don't... They don't tell you. Like, when you're like, okay, whoops, I didn't want to do that. Like, they just tell you, like, okay, here are things that you can filter out and, like, the level of filtering you can do, but, like, I'm like, I want to see word by word. And also, like, context by context basis. No, I should just Maybe just no filter anything. And then go from there. Alright. Let's see where we go from there. Everyone just start cursing in chat. Start saying heinous bullshit. Just kidding, don't do that. You are about to go off. I mean, if you wanna, you know, just spice up regular conversation just to see what happens. I don't know. It should be on less filtering, or no filtering for most things. Yeah, you can, but then it's like, I don't know what some of those fine-tuning things are, though. Like, I had it on less filtering for swearing, and it caught your I fucked myself thing. But it didn't catch the fuck Tuesday again, no problem. So it's like one of those things where it's like, I'd like to know the context. I guess because fucked myself versus just fuck. Streaming is hard, everybody. Carnivine. I will say it is very confusing to get a stream started. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There doesn't seem to be much information available on what each level of filtering catches, and it's AI based. Of course it is. I mean, Cloudbot with Streamlabs has like its own thing where you can put in your own like whitelist and blacklist, but I'm like, I wonder. I was supposed to do it like last week and then I didn't. Like, look up if other people have shared their whitelist and blacklists so that I don't have to like go in and manually add everything I can think of. Maybe it's like film MPAA rules where PG-13 films can bug. I think it's also like if you're using just fuck as an expletive versus like potential like spam link context, if that makes sense. Like phrasing, like it's picking up on phrasing versus just whether or not you use the word. I don't know. Because then Cloudbot with Streamlabs was like timing people out if they're messages were too long, and I was like, okay, hold on, I did not do this. And then I would like fix the settings so that it would allow for more characters. Hi, Heb. Yeah, sorry, I have it on a 10-minute cooldown for new followers because of spam bots. Your app just kept restarting it. Okay. You persevered. God bless. But yeah, so I kept extending like how many characters were allowed in a message so that it wouldn't time people out for just like sending me a slightly longer message. And every like I would save the settings, I would make sure I'd save the settings, and then every time I looked, they were still getting timed out. And I was like, what is going on? And I would go back and it like reverted the setting for some reason. It was very strange. I don't know how to get it to not do that. Other than just to turn out that setting completely. Carnivine! Oh, so I don't know who was here for the explanation and who wasn't, but when I started Safari Week, I was like, for some reason, every single time I would run into Carnivine, I was like, okay, my brain is like, let's sing Roses by Outkast, but just replace Caroline with Carnivine. So that's why I'm doing that. I've been doing that the entire time I've been hunting this week because I commit to the bit here. We do bits here. Streaming is a confusing job. Yes. Like I don't understand when people are like, I don't know, I just like started streaming randomly. I like just, you know, was like plugged my game in, you know, and just went on Twitch, and it was that easy. And I was like, I feel like there were so many components I had to figure out before I could even like attempt to start streaming. And the worst part is there's like no sandbox mode on Twitch where you can test how everything works and looks before you actually start streaming. Like, they don't, like, you have to go actually live. Like, for real, if you want to test anything. Yeah, getting the game and commentary going is one thing. Maintaining and moderating media at the same time is another. And I'm, like, obviously, like, I don't have a big following. I don't have a big viewership, so I don't have to worry quite about that yet. But, like, I still don't want, like, randos coming in here and saying whatever the hell they want and posting spam and, saying shit. Carnivine! So, like, you know, like, I just want to, like, have the tools already there, kind of. But even stuff like audio levels, like, being able to... Because how the game sounds on my computer isn't necessarily how it sounds on the stream for everyone else. Like, the audio sounds fine for me, but, like, when Pipwhip was here the other day, he was like, the game audio is really loud for just viewers' end. So it's like, that's things I would want to test before actually going live. Yeah, audio levels is such a pain. And like, even like my mic levels, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm just complaining at this point. Anything audio related is such a pain in the ass. We should go back to silent movies. But then how can I go in and do the ADHD thing where I do something else while I have like a stream or a video on in the background? Like I can't have subtitled everything for that. Like it's the same principle as to why I've been so bad at watching anime lately. Like, because I mostly watched Japanese subbed Carnivine, so like I can't watch anything like while I'm shiny hunting, playing video games, whatever, just hanging out on Discord. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. I say while packing and eating while also watching you. Wait, you have to be at the airport soon, right? Carnivine. Also, wait, message me, because we didn't set a date yet. Or time, or anything. For next week. This week? Next week. I don't want to watch anime in English, but I also want to do other things at the same time as I watch, so I can't read subs. Flight delayed an hour, so I've got another hour to go. Gotcha. Life is hard. Like, I did not watch like any of the most recent season of JJK, even though I read the manga, so I know what happens, but like I still want to see it animated. Like I watched, I think maybe the first episode, maybe the second episode, and then I was like, I have too much other things I need to do. I need stuff I can put on in the background. But also I've been in waiting mode since noon. I just, like, that's how I feel about traveling for the past... What year is it? So past 5 years? Like, I feel like I'm, like, just in waiting mode all the time. And then somehow I still end up being late. I used to never be late to anything. I used to always be, like, 5-10 minutes early, and now I'm like, shit, I'm, like, 3 minutes late already. I don't know what happened. All your stuff is packed, okay. You watch Dungeon Meshi dub, but even though you never watched dub, but I've been cross-stitching a big project and can't afford to not use any TV time. True. Carnivine. I feel bad because it's like one of the seiyuu in the Japanese version of Dungeon Meshi, I love him, and this is like a big role for him. He doesn't get a lot of big breaks like this. But everyone is watching it dubbed. So like no one knows about him now. I'm like, oh no. I was considering making changes to the Magirna box, but the likelihood that it will go right and not break it. Oh, for my wait, what was this for? Is this just in general? Or like specifically for the Living Dex thing I asked about? Revwatch subbed. I don't remember the character's name. I think it starts with an L. The blonde guy. I haven't watched it. I'm not like 100% interested in it. I have some hardware tweaks to make. Okay, gotcha. I was gonna ask if Bullet could do it, but then I guess it's a hardware thing, but no. Oh, the main guy. Yeah, so in the Japanese version, he is voiced by, shit, what's his first name? Give me a second. I just call him by his nickname, so now, of course, I've forgotten his full name. Uh-oh. Kumagai Kentaro voices him. I know him from A3 because he voices Omi. And Omi is husband material. Anyway. So, like, he does, like, this is, like, his first, like, truly, like, big role. Like, big fucking deal role. And everyone is watching it dubbed. Anyway. You may wind up buying another one off the makerspace. Okay, what is this makerspace thing everyone talks about? Because, okay, I picked up Tiny Tower again, which I used to play in high school. I just play it on my iPad. And they have, like, one of the floors that you can build as a makerspace. And I'm like, what the hell is a makerspace? So they have 11 spare dells? Like, what is this thing? I'm pretty sure that he's voicing him. Hold on. I'm gonna double check. I could have sworn he was. Hey, Pip. Okay, yeah, he is. He is the guy. They're a thing that Zin and I go to, in our case, Atlanta, a former industrial warehouse that got turned into a place to put various wood and metalworking tools. I see. Interesting. Also a bunch of electronics and fabric art stuff. Oh, that's fun. It's like arts and crafts and shop for adults. Carnivine. Arts and crafts, but on steroids. Arts and crafts, but you have to make it your trade. It looks like there's a website you can use to find various types of workshops and communities in your region. Carnivine. You know, if I had any of those skills, maybe. I don't possess any of those skills, though. Custom metalworking. Oh, that's cool. I envy people who, like, actually can do this kind of stuff. Get into makering or something. What would you make? Go to a class, be with people making things? I mean, going to a class is always a good idea. I am a big proponent of going to a class in your, like, either at, like, a community college, or if there's, like, a recreation center in your town that has classes, or, like, the library has classes or something, like, that's how you meet people. And people are like, I don't understand how you meet people after school, like, once you're done with school and you're in the working world. Like, that's how you meet people. You take classes. Spent 3 hours on Tuesday with a girl teaching me to screen print t-shirts. Oh, yeah. You're making those fun t-shirts. Fine. And I was going to take a tungsten welding class over the weekend before booking your flight. Someone is doing a class at the cultural center near me called Exploring Art Through Pokemon. That is a class I would love to take. Carnivine. For ages 8 to 10. No! God, why? Why did they gatekeep it like that? Pokemon is not just for kids. We're living proof. What if it's base 45? Yeah, sorry. Went over my head. I mean, it's probably funny to someone who isn't me. Is that math? I don't know her. I also don't know her. No, it really wasn't. I would have to ask someone who would know for their opinion on the matter. I didn't go to fucking school for math. Carnivine. That's a lot of Carolines. I mean, the counter is not just for the Carnivines. It's just all the encounters I'm doing in this Safari Week. Because there's no way to just ensure you encounter Carnivine. Right, I just mean recent encounters. Yeah, actually, no, you're right. It has been a good amount recently. I guess to make up for the past 2 days of not having any. Carnivine! So there's a part of me that's like, I'm already planning for next year, but I'm also like, you don't know where you're going to be next year. Because I'm like, well, maybe we want to do 2 or 3 consoles next year. Like, what if the world ends? Yeah, or like, you know, what if I have, you know, have my little, you know, burnout sesh of shiny hunting. I don't know. What if I financially can't really, you know, afford 2 more 3DSs and then also somehow have to find a copy of Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum? I mean, I guess the solution would just be to get BDSP because I have to get them anyway. I have to get it anyway to Shiny Hunt Arceus. And then just have that be my other... You have a Pearl cartridge around there somewhere. I mean, I'm not gonna ask you to lend me it / sell it to me. No, I'm good. I was gonna get Shining Pearl anyway. Also, because I'm trying to figure out if there's a way for me to still be able to shiny hunt Shaman and Darkrai. I don't think there is. Like, even if I get a physical cartridge and don't update it, I can't get the event items, right? There's no way for me to do that. Unless I had a homebrewed Switch, which I don't. Yeah, unfortunately not. Yeah, and I don't have a homebrewed Switch. I can't homebrew my Switch. So I would have to buy one homebrewed. Which I don't know if I want to invest in that. But if the next gen console, Switch 2, whatever it is backwards compatible, and they can jailbreak it like they did with the Switch, I want to be there on the ground floor, get that first batch with the right serial numbers, so I can homebrew mine. Anyway. If that's even a thing that's gonna happen. Oh no, there's a lot of nerds who think the Switch 2 or whatever is just gonna be uncrackable. Yeah, I mean, I might just also wait until the Switch 2 and then get like a modded Switch, because maybe the price will go down. I don't know. Because everyone's going to be like, oh, I don't care about modded Switches now. I just want Switch 2. So, like, they're gonna... Like, unless there's something very lucky, it's just not going to be possible because cryptography is really hard. Yeah. Like, exactly. Because I just, like, I think about how, like, if people wanted to be able to do it, there would have already been a, or people were able to do it, there would have already been a way. So the fact that like even just like with Sword and Shield, how like there is no way to RNG manip Dynamax Adventures, no matter how hard you try, like just because of how encrypted it is, like, or RNG manipping a Scarlet and Violet just because of all of that, like if there's a will, there's a way, but like that way is gonna take not in our lifetime. It's a very niche skill set and a very difficult process, and the person who possesses that skill set does not give a shit about Pokemon. That's what I'm guessing. And they probably rightfully don't give a shit about Pokemon because they have more important things to put that skill set to use for. A very difficult process. I mean, I know virtually nothing about coding and programming and all that, but I trust y'all when you say this shit is hard. The people who have that skill set are largely going to be employed by three-letter agents. Yeah. Unless they just have a hobby. And be offered a lot of money to keep quiet about it. Gotcha. You know what I do want to do? I've been saying this for years, but there is like a used video game, like retro video game electronic shop literally down the road from me. Heba, you probably know what I'm talking about if you're still here. I always I want to go there, but I'm also like, this place looks so incredibly sketchy. It's literally a 30-second drive from my apartment. I wonder if I can find any, like, diamonds in the rough there. Carnivine. Yes, next time you're here, Claire, let's go. Because we've passed it, I'm sure, when driving around. I think, I think Heba was telling us about, I think Juliana went one time, and the owner was complaining about how much he paid to be able to advertise that they have Nintendo products there and like use the Nintendo logo. Carnivine! But like, it doesn't draw any more customers. And it's like, my guy, your store looks like it's a front for the mob. That's why you don't have more customers. You gotta do something about that. More retro game stores around here, but I think I'm at the point where anything I would possibly want as a collector is very expensive if it's available at all. Yeah. Like, I think about the fact that, like, the games that I have, that I bought used. So my copy of Soul Silver, my copy of Pokemon White, this copy of, well, no, this copy of Pearl I bought on launch, so it's not used. Like my copy of Soul Silver, my copy of White, like I got those my freshman year of college, maybe around there, sometime during college at GameStop. Very easy to find, first of all, at GameStop. $30. That was all. Just $30 for them. Not combined. $30 each, which, like, not great for a used cartridge, but, like, considering what used cartridges are going for now, I got very lucky. I got it at the right time. And I think it would behoove the Pokemon Company and Nintendo to release Gen 3 through Gen 5 on the, was it Nintendo Switch Online, whatever it's called, that thing, those virtual consoles. Because that would tank that economy and those prices would plummet. They would make so much money in subscriptions. And I think people are more so looking for a way to legally get their Pokemon, because, like, if they just want to play the game and they don't care about legality or anything, like, they're just gonna play on an emulator. But I think people they want the cartridges because they're looking for a way to move their Pokemon legitimately up to their current games. So that if they had a way to port those games and also then be able to, like what they did with the Virtual Console and the 3DS, you can then actually be able to use them in whatever current generation mainline games are happening, it would tank that economy. And there would be people like me or, you know, other, you know, people who swear by having physical copies of your media that would still want them. But, you know, I'm not gonna be paying $300 for a cart now, because no one's going to be like clawing for them. Like, there isn't going to be a bloodbath for them anymore. I mean, I suppose that, like, if I were to, you know, I'm in a good place next year, and I get at least, you know, one more 3DS XL in my possession, because I would also need to get a capture card on it. I have one more streamable 3DS in my possession. I could probably just H-Shop, Ghost Shop one of these games. Carnivine! Now, what I would want, they would need, no, they would never do this. It's just a way easier process to move up my Gen 3. I guess, well, now they're in my Gen 4 game. My prior to Gen 5 Pokemon up from these games without having to go through Poké Transfer. I know, I just need to play white already and just beat it so I can just do that. It's fine. You know what? That'll be my goal for the summer, is to just finally play through white. Because if I put my mind to it, if I just like, I don't have to. Well, no, maybe I do what I did like with Crystal when I went to Shiny Hunt for Celebi. I do a speed run, or I don't do a speed run. I do a quote unquote speed run, where I find a speed run path, and then like I don't know, it takes me like 2 or 3 days to get through the game doing that speed run path. And then just transfer the Pokemon up that I want to transfer into bank, and then put them into bank into home, and then reset and actually play through the game, like story and all, and like actually pay attention and build the team and stuff like that. Or I could just play through the game, and it'd probably take me like a week if I put my mind to it. Like, I don't think it's gonna take me as long as the Thousand Year Door did when I was playing and reading all of it for Pip. Just realized you don't know where some of your old consoles are. I took all of my old consoles with me when I moved from my parents' house to my apartment. They're around here somewhere, but I'm a bit concerned. Do you remember the last time you've seen them and or used them? Since I have my DS Lite with me on my desk, because at the beginning of Safari Week I was also hunting in the Safari Zone in Ruby. Carnivine! But it proved to be a little too difficult for me to stream and hunt all in this and then in the other game all at once, and then also do other things. My Game Boy Color is also here with me. But that is somewhere with all my other stuff. It's not at my desk. And then my original DS, I'm pretty sure the whole reason I got my DS Lite was to replace it because it either broke or something happened to it. Or I just didn't want it, and I wanted the DS Lite instead because it was lighter and also pink. So I probably traded it in so I could not have to pay so much for the DS Lite. I don't remember. It's been so long. And then I've gone through several 3DSs, unfortunately. Not necessarily of my own volition. Come on. Surely we find something. Granted, I don't think I was doing a great job at checking like crazy this Safari week. It's fine. I mean, when you got people running 2 or more consoles and racking up all these checks, of course they're phasing several times. But I'm on one game, one console, and it's the slowest game that I could possibly be playing on. Should have your original Game Boy Color, a Pokemon Blue, original Game Boy Advance, an original DS, and a DS Lite. Not finding any of them, and now you're irritated. Uh-oh. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to catch that thing, or throw a ball at that thing. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna stay. Why aren't they with my other old consoles is what I want to know. You live with other people, right? You live with other people. My capture card modded 3DS and my new 3DS and cigar box full of most of my old Game Boy stuff is right here. Okay, well, that's good. You just live with your dad, who would never touch any of my stuff. Okay. I'm assuming you keep everything in your room. Could be in your office room, which you didn't investigate very hard. We'll investigate that further and then report back. Grab your original Sapphire out of there. Okay. Well, you may be onto something. I hope you find everything, because as someone who has lost several consoles before, I know it's very, it's stressful. Like, now I should go check to see if my Game Boy Color is where I think it is. But I'm not gonna just stop in the middle of the stream to go look. I mean, if it's where I think it is, it's only like 10 feet from here. Carnivine! I've had that Game Boy for probably 24 years. Yeah, me too. Maybe 25. I don't remember. It's probably 19. If I got it in kindergarten, then it was 1999. Carnivine! Because my brother updated the timeline because he said we got into Pokemon late. Because he said we didn't get into Pokemon until like Pokemania was already going on for like a year. Carnivine. But because okay, so Pokemon was released in the US in 1998. So I'm assuming that means 1999. Because I remember playing like as a kindergartner. Carnivine. So I'm pretty sure, because I remember getting the Game Boy Color and Pokemon Red for Hanukkah. So that would have been Hanukkah of 1999. People were playing Pokemon a long time before. Yeah, see, the thing, it's like... Well, no, because even, like, back then... Like, they're, like, so, like... Unless you were an adult... I feel like this whole launch... Getting everything on launch day thing, getting things, like, immediately when it releases, like... That didn't come into consciousness, at least for me, until I was in, like... college as an adult. Like people doing that, unless they were like truly dedicated gamers. But now I feel like it's just the norm now. Like everyone does that, with like the exceptions being people like who are not like gamers, like who only very rarely play video games, or like people with kids who save that as like a birthday gift or like a holiday gift. You've always been a few years behind, but I feel like it was normal to be a few years behind growing up. Like most people didn't play things immediately or didn't get things immediately. And I guess it's like I feel like it's also just like a cultural shift, because like I know for sure like we didn't get the N64 immediately when it launched. We got it for Hanukkah, whatever year we got it, which was a big deal. Like I don't think the original Thousand Year Door, because I'm pretty sure the only reason we even got that Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door originally was because my younger brother watched one of his friends play it. So we definitely did not have it at launch or by our own volition. Like he didn't just decide one day that he wanted to play it. Like he saw someone else playing it. Because I'm pretty sure I was a little bit older than when it actually came out. Like how old I would have been then. Has blue in it, my GBA is Ruby, and the DS Lite is empty. Oh, you found the consoles. Good. So they were in your office? The original DS might be long gone. I don't remember getting rid of it, but I can't remember last time I even saw it. Yep, same. I'm pretty sure I got rid of it, or I traded it. Like, my brothers and I would, like, trade stuff all the time. Sell each other stuff. To do other things. I don't know what the fuck we were doing. I don't have my original one anymore. Not because I went through it like water, like I would do now as an adult, where I just seem to go through all of my electronics like water. Capital Oralism. No, a lot of it's just me being a fucking idiot. Like, leaving, so like my original, like the 3DS that I bought for myself for my birthday, my sophomore year of college, so that because Ace Attorney 5 was coming out 3 days after my birthday. That was like that was the, like, see, I didn't buy the 3DS on launch. I was not gaming at that point. So I had waited until there was actually something I was a game I wanted to play and was looking forward to buy it. Because that would have been 2013? October of 2013. They were in the bottom of a rolling car with miscellaneous crap in it. So that 3DS, I actually originally had a capture board on it because a long time ago I did stream on Twitch and Claire was there. Claire remembers. And I took my 3DS with me on a bachelorette party, and I was shiny hunting on the plane ride home, and I must have left it in the back pocket of the seat in front of me as we were getting off the plane, as we were packing up whatever. It was gone. You know what? You know how it is with if you leave stuff on an airplane. Literally, if you remember, like if you step off the, like if you get off the out of that tunnel and you're like, oh shit, I think I left something at my seat, it's already gone. Yeah, you remember that happening. That was not a fun time. Like, that broke me. That broke me so badly. You gotta go, Eric? You have a flight to catch. Plane time. Alright. Have a safe flight. Hopefully I get to see you next week. Yes, water your plants so they don't die. Wait, no. Your roommate should water your plants. Anyway, currently experience finals week. Okay, but like, can she not take a few minutes to water your plants for you? Every time I look, you're like, I need to do this thing for my roommate. I don't need to do this thing for her. I'm just gonna do it for her anyway. I think she can, you know, do the same for you maybe once in a while. Also works like 40-hour shifts at the hospital. Oh, yeah. That part I forgot about. Setting up the auto waters. Okay, cool. I think I've also just noticed I don't know where my Pokemon Sword cartridge is. Well, that I don't know. Is it in your Switch? Never mind, you found it. You looked there first. Okay. That's the only thing I don't like about physical cartridges, is that I have to switch them out. I can't just like close the game out and be like, okay, I'm gonna open this game now. No. I have to actually switch my games out. It's also in the cigar box in a red Switch cartridge. It's just my only Switch cartridge. All my other games are digital. I also have Digital Shield. See, I've been buying more of the physical copies. Not that I ever want to play Sword or Shield again. Well, you're not much of a shiny hunter. I was going to say, have you heard about Dynamax Adventures? Because if you want to shiny hunt for some legendaries, you should get into Dynamax Adventures in the Sword and Shield DLC. But you're not much of a shiny hunter, so maybe not. You also do not have the DLC. I think the DLC were worth it a little more than the base game was. Like, I put in so many hours in Shield just for the DLC. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Sword and Shield were good Pokemon games. They definitely were not strong. I think they had a lot of good in them. Like, and after the Scarlet and Violet, like, there are some things that I do want back from Sword and Shield that I'm like, okay, y'all were making fun of it at the time, but at the time, we didn't realize how good we had it. And I'm not joking, bitch. Definitely played through Sword at least once, and then I wanted to try speedrunning, so I bought Shield and then lost interest in that. Yeah, the story for Sword and Shield, not great. I think the DLC stories are a lot better. For sure. I still wanted to finish Shield for some reason. I remember kind of hate playing it towards the end. I feel like, okay, so we got... I just remember everyone making fun of those goddamn trees when we got those trailers. And I'm like, you know what? Go play Scarlet. Like, I was like, I wish I could send those people back in time and be like, look what you did. We had it so good back then. I wish I had those poorly textured trees again, because look at Scarlet and Violet. And I say that as someone who's put in the most time in any game that I've ever owned into Scarlet and Violet. I love those games, but they needed at least another year to cook. Because they were good, but they were unfinished. Anyway. I think graphic-wise, I would take back what we had in Sword and Shield. Customization, like player customization, I would take that back in a heartbeat. Although I don't know what it is about Pokemon games. The only game in Gen 8, Carnivine, and Gen 9. Well, we only have one game in Gen 9 currently. But from Gen 8 on, where I can have my current hair color, which isn't even like a fantasy color. You know me, I have like my ginger, like I have my ginger red hair right now. Like I'm Daphne, Scooby-Doo right now. For some reason, it's just not an option in any game except for Legends Arceus. I don't know why. Why do they hate redheads? I can only either be like bright red or like orange, but like not the right kind of orange that would be like translate to the color of my hair now, if you know what I'm saying. Carnivine. I don't know why that is, but they have fantasy colors. Like you could have like lavender hair, you can have like ice blue hair, you can have green hair, you can have all these fantasy colors, but I can't have like a natural ginger red. I don't understand. Anyway. Other than that, character customization. I like my outfits in Sword and Shield So good. Scarlet and Violet, not so much. They need to give us the color wheel, yes. That, okay. I have been saying for at least over a year now, petitioning. Not even just for character customization. And also, I'm going to preface this because every time I bring this up, there's always one person who's like, we already had this in Gen 4 with the stickers for the Pokeballs. I don't just mean those. When I say Pokeball customization, I mean you can have whatever colors you want. You can put in any accoutrements, you know, rhinestones, little decorations, little stickers. You could do the stickers again. You could have like bows on them. You can have like little hearts on them. You can have like, you know, like we can finally have like a sunball. You know, I can finally match all of my Pokeballs to all of my shinies and not feel like I have to stretch some of them. I want to rhinestone my Pokeballs. I want to I want to like a lavender Pokeball, like a proper lavender Pokeball. Like the only purple Pokeball we have is a Master Ball. Carnivine. And that just won't do. Like it's great for whatever Pokemon that it fits, but not every purple Pokemon looks good with a Master Ball. The Master Ball does not work for all of them. And sometimes I don't want to use a Dream Ball because the Dream Ball is pink. Yes, it does have a little bit of purple, but I don't always just accent match because I do talk about accent matching sometimes. But sometimes I don't necessarily want to. You want to take the red part off the Great Ball? You just want a straight blue Pokeball? That's what I mean. Like, if you just want like the classic Pokeball, but in every single color, you should be able to have that. Like, I want a Love Ball also in every color. I think a Dive Ball in every color would be great too. And even like, okay, so I always forget about like the throwing, not the throwing animations, like the, there's like, what's the word? Like, you know, like when you throw like the Love Ball out, like there's hearts around the Pokemon. Like, what is that called? Whatever that animation is called. Like, you could customize that animation. Like, even if you in-game had to pay a lot of money to do that, I would still do that. I would find a way. We found a way to farm the Ace Academy tournament, so we would always have a cap money. I'll do it again. I'd do it again. I will let my Switch run overnight with my turbo controller going again, just to do those things. We need a proper orange Pokeball. We do not have a proper orange Pokeball of any type. You want the tournament from Black and White back? I have never played, but I know a lot of people talk about that. I got derailed from what I was saying. It's the stuff from Sword and Shield. Okay, so a lot of us were hoping, because Dynamax Adventures were so good and like allowed us for a really good way to shiny hunt so many legendaries that a lot of people didn't have access to originally. We thought there was a lot of speculation and some rumors that when the Scarlet and Violet DLCs were announced, that there would be something similar to those Dynamax Adventures with the DLCs involving terror raids. And you would still be able to shiny hunt legendaries, and it would include legendaries that had previously been shiny locked that are now no longer shiny locked. Like how the Gen 7 legendaries, other than the event distribution at the end of the generation from Gen 7, you could then hunt them in Dynamax Adventures. So it would be like, you know, how like the Gen 8 legendaries, other than well, no, because Zacian and Zamazenta, you had the event distribution, but Calyrex, Spectrier, Glastrier, those are all shiny locked. So, like, Enamorus and PLA, like, those are all shiny locked. So we, you know, most of us were speculating that in these Terra Raid adventures, you would call them, they would be shiny huntable, and therefore we can now have their shinies. No, they didn't have anything like that. Which was a huge bummer and a huge step back from the replayability that the Sword and Shield DLC gave Sword and Shield. Like, I enjoyed the Scarlet and Violet DLCs, but the replayability value was not that great. It's pretty non-existent. Even if you're a shiny hunter. Like, there's gotta be a way that they can create a post game that kind of satisfies everyone, because I know everyone wants like a battle facility of sorts. You know, like the Battle Frontier or the tournament from Black and White. Or like if you're like me, like I love Dynamax Adventures because then I can shiny hunt legendaries. Like, there's got to be a way to satisfy everyone. Like, to be able to do all of those things. Like the Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, like they had that. Like, they had the Ultra Wormholes where you could shiny hunt the legendaries, and they also had the battle tree. They should just ask what people want and then do that. See, but then how would their investors be the one to make the money? Because they can only do what the investors want, not what the people want, not what their consumers and their customers want. No, just the investors who don't even play their games. Now we'll have to be the investors. Well, here's the thing. Your investors are not gonna like if your consumer base does not want your product anymore and does not spend their money on your products anymore. So the problem is that Pokemon is too ubiquitous at this point to really fail. So from what I've heard though, I saw somewhere that I forget who of the Pokemon C-suite, executive suite, whatever, they interviewed, but they were saying, you know, after Scarlet and Violet, that perhaps they really need to consider taking more time between games, and we're like, yeah, you think? Because here's the thing, Scarlet and Violet had so much good going for it. It did. It had so much good going for it. But with how ambitious it was and how much they wanted to do and how much, like, you know that they had to cut out because there just was not time to implement those things. It was not going to do what it needed to. It was not going to be the product that it wanted to be with only a 3-year development cycle. Maybe something like that. No, I mean, I think it's more than 3 years, but like, because they don't start just like right after the last gen first releases. Like, they're starting a little bit before then, I'm pretty sure. But like, obviously they need more time. Or at least they're planning. I don't know. Point is, 3 years between games is not enough time. What's that that meme that goes around Tumblr that it's like, Carnivine, I want uh, game developers to be paid more to make shittier games that release less frequently, and I'm not joking. I think that's it, and it's like with one of the like Sonic Archie comic panels, and where he's saying that. It's kind of like that, except I want this multi-billion-dollar company to hire more game developers and stop acting like a small indie developer, and actually act like a AAA gaming company, and hire like at least double the amount of staff they have now, at least. And give us, like, if they're gonna do these kind of fine 3-year turnarounds, they need more staff, is what it is. And if they're not gonna hire more staff, then you need more time. So you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one, everyone. Well, now Zen is making me want their mac and cheese. Anyway. What we need is we need a really big investor who is actually one of us to go in there and be like, this is exactly what you're going to do. And then have them do it. Alright. This is your hydration checkpoint. If you have not taken a sip of water or another beverage of a non-alcoholic variety in some time, please do so now. I might actually need to go fill mine up. I'm gonna do that right now, actually. I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned with more water and some grapes. No luck finding my DS Pokemons. But I did remember that I should have the box. Excuse me, for Platinum. And Pearl might be in there. But I haven't a clue where that box is. I also don't have a clue. It's not in your room and it's not in your office. Oh, I should have looked for my my Game Boy when I was up. It doesn't seem to be an office, but it's not with the other 3DS game boxes. I don't know what to tell you. Part of my problem is all my stuff is scattered in all of our different locations. I know, I'm in the perpetual process of wanting to organize and clean my apartment. I understand. Carnivine! I know I never would have gotten rid of it, and I know where the platinum cartridge is. Another part of my problem is earlier this year I had a friend help me tidy up in KonMari a bit. So now I don't know where anything is. I hate when I'm like, I'm gonna organize things so I know where everything is, and then I organize everything, and I don't remember where anything is after that. Carnivine! And I'm like, no, I knew where it was when everything was disorganized, and now it's all organized, and I don't know where it is. It's bad enough when you do it for yourself. I mean, like, kudos to your friend for helping you, because cleaning is so fucking hard. Especially when you're neurodivergent. Like, I don't think neurotypical people understand how difficult it is. So, like, if you have a friend who is willing to help you clean, like, I tell my friends all the time, like, you don't even have to help me clean. You just have to sit there, and your presence alone will help me immensely. That's one of the reasons why I don't love that my dad hires cleaners, because after they're gone, I have to go on a full last quest to find an oven mitt. Yeah. Like, we used to joke about it, because my mom would, like, make us clean for the cleaning ladies. But, like, it makes sense because, A, if she's paying them by the hour, she wants them to get as much done as possible, and having to put stuff away as opposed to actually physically cleaning things eats up the time that she pays for them. So if she's like, they're gonna be here for 2 hours, then that. And the other thing is that she mostly was having them like do the physical aspects of cleaning, so like scrubbing the floors in the bathrooms and stuff like that, which were difficult for her when we were kids because she has 3 kids and was, you know, working and had to be a million places with the 3 of us. And also, my dad was working full time and was home until like 6 o'clock most days. So like it just, you know, to ensure that things were staying like sanitary. And then as, you know, she got older, it's because her physical limitations. But also, like, you have certain places you want to put everything. And unless, like, you know, the service you hire may not send the same people every time. So you can specify, like, hey, these things need to go, like, in this cabinet, you know, 1 week to them, and then, you know, when you know the service comes there 3 weeks later, it could be a whole different crew, and maybe you don't get a chance to see them before they come, so like they're not gonna know. So you don't want things to be put in places that you're like, I don't know where things are going. So we'd have to clean so that A, they were doing the stuff that my mom actually wanted them to be doing. And B, so that we would just not have to worry about trying to find things that were put in places that were not meant to be put in a place that, you know what I'm saying. You literally clean for the cleaning ladies. Like, you joke about it, but you're like, yeah, like, if I'm hiring them for like an hour, and like the thing that I need them to do the most is like, I don't know, scrub my floors because I can't physically be on my hands and knees for that long because of arthritis or whatever. Like, you don't want them to like have to then spend all this time like moving shit off of your floor, like stuff like that. I know if they're coming, I have to get in the kitchen and put things away so I can find them again. I like having a clean house. Love not having to clean it myself, but I'm not good at things being in different places, and yeah. A lot of my issues are that I have a lot of like old like electronics and wires and stuff. So I have to bring them to the recycling center. However, the recycling center is only open once a week for like 1 or 2 hours. Like, on Wednesdays in the middle of the workday. I think I usually have a meeting at that time, so I can't go. So I'm like, okay, so now what? Yeah, like I'm like, I don't know what to do with this, and everyone's like, oh, just like sell it online. I'm like, I don't think you understand how fucking annoying it is to like list stuff online and then sell it, because now I have to then go get packing material. And then once it's been purchased, oh yeah, and then listing everything about it on like, you know, Mercari or Depop or whatever, or eBay, wherever you end up selling it. I'm not going to business. But even then, like, you know, if you're sending stuff to them, like, then you have to, like, okay, now you either have to go to a drop-off for whatever shipping service or postal or the post office you're going to, and if you're working and they close after you're done with work for the day, like, good luck. Or you have to schedule a pickup, or you then have to, like, go to, like, a UPS or FedEx center, and it's just like it's so much work, and it's like at that point I'd rather just I'm like, I don't even, like, at that point I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'd rather just have it sit in my apartment collecting dust, really. Like, it's less effort to just have it sit in the corner and, you know, occasionally dust it off than it is to do that. And then, of course, the town finally did like, our town finally did, like, an entire like Saturday where you could do, like, an electronic drop off for, like, recycling. And of course it was on a Saturday where I was not going to be home. I was up visiting my parents. So I couldn't participate in it, and it was the one day a year they do it. It's just so annoying. I want to open a menu and click sell and be done with it. I want to, like, even if it's just, like, a drop-off or pickup service where I can be like, okay, I don't need this thing. Can the town pick it up for me so I don't have to deal with it? Because truly, I do not... I don't... There is no way for me to get to the recycling center to drop this off on your time. Perhaps you have a single employee who would be able to pick it up if I requested a pickup or something, or even, like, a service that does that. Because I know there's some services that will do that for, like, clothing and shoe donations. Like that. Like, can we do something like that? Where I can just, you know, put it, like, in a box or something? Or even if, like, I have to be present and, like, hand it off to them, like, I'll do that too. Like, that's fine. Because even, like, you know, when I look up, like, what is accepted for electronics recycling, I'm like, this doesn't qualify, so how do I dispose of this safely? Is there no way? Was trying to get rid of this giant wardrobe that I adopted from my old roommate, and they called Habitat for Humanity to come and get it. The lady on the phone just wanted to know how big it was and where to get it. Then when the people came to get it, they saw it and had some surface damage and said, we can't take this. What the fuck? Wait, why would they not be able to take that? Just because it had a little surface damage? Like, do they expect all furniture is going to stay pristine? Because I'd already emptied it and moved it out of my room by myself. Yeah, I'd be pissed. Like, my roommate's dog had chewed up one of the legs. It really just needed very light restoration work. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if it's Habitat for Humanity, like, and for the most part, it's a perfectly functional wardrobe. It just has a little bit of damage. Like, the people who are in need are probably not going to care. Like, they're going to be ecstatic that they are able to now have this piece of furniture in a furnished home. Carnivine! That maybe they weren't able to have before. Wish the lady on the phone had been just like, so you know we can't take XYZ. Like if she had even asked if is there any like surface damage or anything like that? Is there any noticeable damage or wear and tear or something like that? One of my coworkers came and took it away from me the next day just as a favor. That's really nice though. Like I honestly don't know what to do sometimes. How do people live in this world? I don't know. Listen, I'll tell you something though. If I was homeless and then was able to you know, was afforded a home, but Habitat for Humanity does that, right? I'm not making this up. And I was able to live in a furnished, comfortable home because of this charity, I would not be picky. Like, if stuff was dilapidated and like falling apart and moldy, like, yes, sure. A little bit of light damage, some scuffing, maybe some chipped paint on things. I think I would be fine. Like, that's how I live now, and I'm not homeless. Like, maybe it's just me. You know how, like, sometimes you accidentally... I would expect furniture flippers to go to that Habitat for Humanity store and be excited to find that wardrobe. Yeah! I mean, even if they can't use it, like, even if they don't, like, they wouldn't use it as a wardrobe, like, you think they would be able to, like, scrap it for parts and stuff. Carnivine. Oh, cheese. Hold on. Okay. I accidentally unplugged my headphone there. Oop, cheese. I do hit my J's and G's a little like a CH. You thought I'd spilled cheese? No, I brought grapes with me when I got my water, though. I don't have any cheese. Well, no, I do have cheese, but it's, shredded cheese for taco night. I'm not just eating it out of the bag here. Sorry, I'm seeing Pip's question in our, in Raid General After Dark. It is a valid way to eat cheese, but I'm just saying I'm not eating it right now. That way. Well, I'm not eating cheese at all right now. Whether it's goofy, iconic, or it's just stuck with you. I love Cresselia's cry. I think Cresselia has such a cute cry. Obviously, I love Ralts's cry. Carnivine. There's another Pokemon whose cry I really like that I can't remember now. Like Sneasel. I can't think of Sneasel's cry. No, I'm gonna have to look it up. It's just a cat. I'm not getting cat from Sneasel's cry. Wait, you're thinking of Weavile? Hold on. Weavile's cry. Okay, okay. I can't remember. Like, there's a Pokemon, it's like a Pokemon I don't think about often, or don't use often, but like, on the occasion, for some reason, I have to use it. It's probably because of Dynamax Adventures I end up using it, and I'm like, this Pokemon has such a good cry. I don't remember which Pokemon this is, though. Shiinotic? No, it's not Shiinotic. Carnivine. Orthworm. Oh, yeah. Jay was right with the Orthworm, because it doesn't match the Mon. Like this deep rumbling noise, but he's just a little worm. I think it's like, I think the Orthworm one makes it sound like a whale. Every time I hear it, I'm like, that's a whale. That sounds like a whale, not a worm. Oh, obviously Sylveon's is like forever etched into my memory because of the Ace Academy tournament. Just how much farming I did with that thing. I obviously, yeah, obviously did. Maybe I'm just bad with the Pokemon cries because, except for Sylveon, I don't know any of the evolution cries. Like I can't pick, I can't play them in my head. Oh, no, I remember what it was. It is a Pokemon I use all the time, but it's not Dynamax Adventures. It was... How did I get that? It was from, a Registeel Resets Pip. My Gallade. Gallade has such a good cry because at the end you hear that sword, that, like, a sword slice thing. It's so good. Yeah, I really too. See, okay, this is why. Do you remember back... Was this back in the fall, maybe? When I would do those, when I was doing that quiz, like the Pokemon Cry quiz, and I was struggling with it. I'm someone who plays with sound on, music on, and everything. I did the quiz just for Gen 8. I was struggling. I got the 7-10 purely guessing. There's a more like in-depth one that is you literally, it's like a Carnivine. You can shuffle the entire Pokedex. But you can also like filter if you want to do the entire Pokedex or not. Pokemon Prize quiz. Yeah, it's the Gearoid one that I was doing. That whooped my ass because I was like, yeah, I don't know this one. And you would try to steer me towards an answer and I'd be like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. We need a Pokemon that has a cry as complicated as the Law and Order sound. As that dun dun, which is apparently not just dun dun, but it's got a whole lot to it. I haven't done the Gearoid test in a while, but I can get 90% of them right. Why is so much memory storage to fictional anime noises? Animal noises? Well, you are Pipipedia. Okay. Here it is. The Law and Order chung chung sound includes samples of hundreds of Japanese men thumping their feet on a wooden floor, and its creator makes money every time it's played. That's wild. You're doing silhouettes. Okay. He sampled the sound of a jail door slamming shut as well as the sound of a man hitting an anvil with a hammer and some different drum noises his team came up with in the studio. Wait, that has nothing to do with the Japanese men stamping on the floor. Some of you are lying. I'm trying to remember, like, what other I'm like gonna need to listen to every single Pokemon's cry now. Oh yeah, Charge-a-Bug! Duh! Zen is so right. Our little beep beep bus boy. Struggling to remember the names of recent gems. I mean, there are some Pokemon, and by some I mean most Gen 5 Pokemon that Carnivine, that I just forget exist. I mean, we gotta talk about Jinx's cry. The OG long cry. Some of these I can remember their pre-evolution or the next evolution, not the current one. Oh, my Paradox Pokemon cry knowledge is not great at all. I'm sure someone's written it out. We have to go to a clip of it to find it, but I'm sure. The problem is that these videos are older, so the comments are older, which means the comments are full of really annoying bullshit. You know, let's try the Dynamax version, because that's only 3 years old, that video. The Dynamax one is funny. Just because now it's also really large. It doesn't let me post in my own chat. Whatever. Oh, my own chat from, desktop. From Streamlabs desktop. I have to actually go to Twitch and the chat. Post the link. Like some sort of pleb. Here. That's the Dynamax Jinx Cry. Dynamax Rookie D. Wait, I don't know Rookie D's Cry. Why have I already searched this, apparently? Oh, no, I haven't. It's just a popular search. Oh, but he's got a nice cry. That Dynamax Jinx cry sounds like the Giants from N64 Majora's Mask. I wish I knew what those sounded like, but I guess I know now that they sound like Dynamax Jinx. Okay, I watched the Rookie D Dynamax. You know what? Here you go, everyone. Have fun. That was so funny. Thank you for that. I like that they even let us have that build up to it too. Be playing the recorder after 2 Red Bulls. Okay. I like to make this joke to myself when it's late at night and I'm getting ready for bed and I'm doing one of my my stand-up comedy bits to an audience of just me. I talk about like the universal experience of not wanting to be a parent, because then you never have to go to your child's first concerts, so you will never ever have to hear the squeakiest rendition of hot cross buns on 30 violins at once. Because if I had to sit in an audience, I can play that on the recorder right now. Also, like, what is it about hot cross buns that we are subject to use that? Is it because it's very easy? We have to do that for every single new instrument you learn. It's literally 3 notes. It is very, very easy, yeah. But I think about my poor parents. They did that 3 times. They sat in that audience. They sat in that audience of our 3rd grade orchestra recital of these. Whoops! I didn't mean to throw mud at this thing. Oh well. Of our at our class of 30 or so first time violinists playing the most squeaky, awful rendition, an entire orchestra rendition of Hot Cross Buns in the hottest auditorium, because these auditoriums are not air conditioned, and it's the end of May, early June. They had to sit through those. God. I could never do that. Like, the parents, they do so much. They put up with so much. Oh no, my audio recording was too compressed. Wait, were you gonna send me? Oh wait, did you send it to me? You did. Oh yeah, it just gave up at some point. Alright. Let me hear your hot cross buns. Yeah, no, it's not. Oh. Yeah, I don't... Yeah. I am still in the process of trying to understand my microphone's settings. Because Lord knows, I've been doing this for over a year now, recording stuff, streaming and voice chat with friends. Now, finally streaming on Twitch. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how these different mic settings work. I feel like I try and test different things and then they sound fine. And then I, like, do something different while, like, in actual, like, I'm, like, testing, I'm like, oh, if I'm recording Carnivine, like, there's times where I'm gonna, like, get really excited, so I need to sound, like, more excited, and I'll, like, doing it a bit, like, a test recording while excited, or, like, screaming, or, like, something like that, or, like, getting loud. And, like, everything sounds fine. And then I go to actually, like, do something, and I have, like, a very, like, sincere moment where I'm, like, actually, like, doing that thing. And it doesn't sound good. Like, it's like, it gets eaten up by my microphone. And I'm like, I don't know what else to do now. I feel like I keep changing the settings. And then everything sounds fine when I'm testing it and emulating it. Like, what it would be like. And then when I go to actually, like, play a game and get, like, a live recording of something, it's like, no, actually, it's garbage. No, it's not even on the Twitch side. It's like before I was streaming on Twitch. Like I record a lot of my shiny hunts and shiny reactions. Especially like my reactions when I would get a shiny legendary from Dynamax Adventures, like it just sounds like garbage. Like it's getting swallowed and compressed. And so, like, I'll, like, change the compression settings, and then it still sounds bad, and then I'll change, like, my, all the other settings or whatever, and then it still sounds bad, and I'm like, I don't know how to make it not sound bad. Like noise gating, like I'll change like my noise gate settings, or I'll change like my noise suppression and like my limiter and stuff, and it's like nothing, like changing them or adding them or taking them away seems to fix the issue. Or it's like the issue will be fine, and then I'll have like Carnivine, an example where it then becomes an issue again where it wasn't an issue before. I know enough about audio recording that there are many things that impact the sound, but I do not know enough about how to use those things. And like I look up like how other people use their settings, and I tested this one other person's settings one time, and I was like, it was literally me just sitting here talking. Like no raised inflection, no nothing. Like normal speaking levels, wasn't, you know, trying to like emulate how I would react if I found it like a shiny legendary and like what the noise levels would be for that. Just normal talking level, speaking level. It like was just, it, like garbled my entire sound. I'm like, how does your audio apparently sound podcast quality, and then I do the same exact thing, and mine sounds like I'm talking at you from behind a pillow? It sounds like it could be a part of the render setting if you're saving the audio file, but only if it's consistently garbled every... No, it's... I'm not saving it as a separate audio file. I'm just, like, when I record in OBS, it's just whatever's going on there. Like, Pip, you've seen them. You've seen my reactions, some of them. Like, the one that comes to mind is the Kyogre one. That was probably, like... Well, OBS would have audio output settings that could alter it, I think. Well, because it's... I mean, because it's video. No. Shiny Regieleki, when? I have to actually, like, sit down and hunt it. That's when. I mean, you beat me to Shiny Regieleki. You got 4 shiny Reggies before you're lucky, to be fair. I've also have not been hunting it, like, actively. I don't have that many checks in on it. Well, how many checks am I on it? Where is it? Yeah, I'm only 359 in, apparently. I thought it was at... That doesn't seem right. I'd have to look at the VOD for that, actually. Maybe. I don't think that's correct. Anyway. Right now you're hunting Caracosta. I mean, to be fair, I also, you know, needed a little break from Pokemon. Because Poipole and Lugia broke me. And I was having fun with the Thousand Year Door, the remake. Accept that dream. Okay, I'm looking at OBS settings in the output and audio sections, and there are all sorts of stuff that change how it sounds when it's recording and save that I'm no expert. Yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know, like, I don't understand enough. Like, like, that's what I fear. Like, audio bitrate, audio encoder, recording quality, sample. Yeah, like, I don't know what any of that stuff means. So when people are like, oh, it's so easy to just, you know, start recording YouTube videos, like, just use your phone to, like, record a video, I'm like, no. No, no, no. It's, no. Anyway. Wait, what are you talking about, except that dream pip? Oh, I know. When you called me a noob and put me on blast in the Discord and told me you were gonna tell my brother how much of a noob I am at gaming. That was so... I'm like, my older brother already knows. Like, he's gonna be like, okay, what else is new? But in my dream, like, it stressed me the fuck out. Oh, you know who has a good cry that I forgot about until just now because I am closing out some tabs and I saw the T1 strat that Nick wanted to try for Sceptile. Chen Pao. Chen Pao is a good cry. It's got that cat in him. Yeah, it's got a good cry. Like, I need a Pokemon in front of my face to, like, hear its cry sometimes. Carnivine! I cannot do the Cured Cry challenge, not even for early gens. It's tough, right? Time to reset. What area am I in? Area 3. Alright. Early gens are hard because a lot of them they've reused cries, they just sped them up and slowed them down. Yeah, they're literally the same thing. Right, because they had limited sound files and whatnot. Oh wait, I didn't mean to use one on that. Whatever. I cannot tell Spiro and Shoulder. I'm pretty sure I was in 3. Yeah. Alright. Searching for the willpower to preheat the oven for a single slice of garlic bread. Do you have like a toaster oven or something maybe instead? You wish. Your oven takes so long to preheat. Yeah, I feel that. I just make everything in my toaster oven now. Like, I can't remember the last time I used my actual oven. Are you even gonna want garlic bread by the time it's hot enough? Yep. Yes. You're not gonna never want garlic bread. Trust. I truly never not want garlic bread. Exactly. I've been watching Last Meals on YouTube a lot, and it made me plan out what I would ask for that on that show, and it was too much. I don't know what that show is. I'm assuming it's like if you were on death row or something. Right? Like, this would be the last meal you had. What would you have? It's more like an interview with various celebrities and whatnot where they just eat. Okay, I see. So it's like Hot Ones, except there isn't the added bonus of you get to watch them suffer through hot sauce. Like in a world where you have the opportunity to have your last meal ever before dying and get to cook anything more. I see, I see. Not necessarily death row, just like, you know, hey, I know when I'm going to die, so this is when my last meal would be. Here's what I want. I see, I see. Roxy doesn't like what Trixie said on the pit stop. Oh, now I have to see this. I'm assuming she posted on Twitter. / it's going to be on the RuPaul's Drag Race drama subreddit. Saw a tweet on the subreddit. The drama one, or just the regular subreddit. I don't follow the main sub. The Dune robe and penguin. I kind of liked the robe, I'm not gonna lie. Lately the main one has been very dramatic. I haven't been to the main one in probably since 2018. I spend all of my time on the cringe, RuPaul's Drag Race cringe sub and the drama sub. That's where I live. Yeah, Roxy responds to Trixie's comments from the latest episode. It's hit stuff, I see. Between Eureka and Kimchi, Trinity on sibling rivalry starting shit with everybody, Plain Jane's Chapel Road trip. I'm like, finally someone who's like with me on this journey, who understands everything that I have witnessed in the past week. Because I can't talk about this stuff with anyone. I'm like, obviously the people in the subreddit, but I don't talk in the subreddit, I just lurk, because I'm like, I don't need to, like, these people don't care about me and my thoughts. A kind of vine. But like, Claire, you and I have known each other for several years now, so like, I have that rapport with you. I can just say things and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I also I'm tuned in to everything that's going on. I know all of the main series Drag Race things. Carnivine. Yeah, because I was watching / listening to the sibling rivalry episode, and I was like, I got to that part and I was like, alright, no one's posted about it yet, but they're gonna post about it in the drama subreddit, aren't they? And of course they did. I was like, Trinity is bringing it up, and I vaguely remember that fight happening on Twitter, because I remember it being, like, in the subreddits at the time. And I was like, she forgot the part where she, like, shouldn't have been doing those shows anyway, during COVID. Like, every time I'm like, I don't know why, like, I never can get on board with Trinity, like, and then, like, I'll watch her and stuff, I'm like, she's fine, she's funny, she's really good at drag, why do I not like her? And then stuff like this happens, and I'm like, that's why. That's why I haven't been able to really vibe with her. Yeah, she is a... Like, Plain Jane, like, they can never make me hate her. But Trinity, it's like she continues. It's like she does something, but it's never... It's always like it somehow escapes my consciousness after I'm like, oh, that was kind of shitty what she did. And then I'm like, why did I not like her again? And then, like, it's like a cycle for me. As opposed to Plain Jane, I'm like, yeah, she's gonna say something stupid eventually. She's just... She hasn't figured out how to properly troll. She needs to go back to the class taught by Mistress Isabel Brooks. I love how the cringe subreddit has become mostly the diva worship subreddit. Like, like the cringe is so good that we actually adore these people now. Like, Delta Work is like, she's like the Bible to me. Like, I cannot stop saying to myself, well, first of all, I can't stop saying to myself, Carmine! But also, I can't stop saying to myself, you want me to throw neck ketchup? Like, when I first heard that, because it was going around a bit, like, after that episode initially came out, Carnivine. But I remember, like, right after that episode came out, people were mentioning it, and I was like, or like that clip was like in the ether, and I was like, oh my god, yes, she gets it. She gets it. She understands. Like, I understand. Like, she had a little bit of a boomer take in there, but at the same time, like, if we believe that she was you know, being very polite and courteous to this fast food employee. Then that fast food employee was giving a whole lot of attitude for a whole lot of nothing. Like, I do, like, it's just like, I feel like I have to, like, put on a whole performance just to get some compliments. Like, why do I have to, like, pull teeth for you to not just, like, for 2 ketchup packets? Like, 2 ketchup packets. Like, that's not gonna, like, you can't eat a chicken tender with 2 ketchup packets. So she was so right for that. But also I like obviously Tammy Brown is number cringe. Nothing. That's why. That's why Tammy Brown is never cringe. Hold on, sorry, just answering a message. Or like, basically all of the, not the original, like, Vegas review show, but the most recent one. Like, I love that show. It was so funny. Like, in a good way. Like, it was, like, corny, but also, like, Derek Barry instigating the most lukewarm drama in the most entertaining way possible. We still don't know who smeared that buttered bread all over her mirror. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it just for Derek. Oh my god, that clip of Kennedy is so that whole scene was insane. Is that Coco Montrese is not involved. Someone, okay, I don't remember, it may have been on the cringe subreddit Reddit recently, where someone was like, they need like an untucked assassin to throw in there instead of like a lip sync assassin, to like have them come every week and like make untucked like spicy. So like, oh shoot, didn't mean to do that. Like, throw Gia Gunn in there, throw Aja in there, throw Coco in there. Like, who else? Who else would we need to throw in there? See, the thing is, it's like the whole, like the guests now, like when Gaga did it, it was because she asked. Like there was no precedent before that. Like she asked to go back there and speak to the queens. Now they're telling the guest judges, like, no, you have to go back there. We're telling you that, like, as part of your contract as a guest judge, you have to go back during Untucked and talk to the queens. Like, some of them don't want to do that, but they have to. Like, Joel Kim Booster was saying that. Like, he loves the queens, but, like, he really didn't want to go back there. He's like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about with them for, like, 15 minutes. Like, I kind of just want to, like, chill on my break. Like, and there are some guest judges that, like, I would make that exception for. Like, the ones that the queens obviously love. Not necessarily, like, the premier judges, like, yes, have them go back, because they're always, like, a big name. And the queens definitely want to get the chance to talk to them. But I'm talking about, like the queens all love Jamal Sims. Like, he should always be allowed back there and Untucked. La Roche. Like, always. Especially because Tsunami wanted. Who was it on season 16 that Plane was like, I don't care. I don't remember who, but I don't... if it wasn't her, it was me. It was me saying that to a lot of them. I'm assuming she said that she didn't care it was on Roscoe's. Like during the Roscoe's viewing party. I feel like she didn't name names, but she had a moment where she was like, we don't need this. Okay. I mean, we were definitely robbed of a fight between Amanda and Plane. I want to say it was... I want to say it was Amanda's elimination episode. Because I was like, no, maybe it wasn't, because I was like, maybe it wasn't Amanda's elimination episode because, like, that's when Q and Tsunami were gonna fight, because Q brought up Tsunami's name as someone who should go home for no reason. But no, it definitely was that one, because that would have been their last chance, and they'd already basically fought the week before, no, like 2 weeks before. I don't know. I think it may have been that one, because it was Icona Pop that week. Yeah, that's what it was. And everyone in the comments on the subreddits were mad. They were like, we were about to get a really good Untucked fight, and then Icona Pop walked in and ruined it. I remember now. But I don't remember who it specific, like, who Plane would have said it about, other than them. Maybe Mayan Lopez. Which, I feel bad, but also, like, at the same time, girl, bye. Drag Race had more recognizable and relevant guest judges when it had a smaller budget, I fear. I mean, yeah, yes and no. Like, I go back to, like, those early seasons, and I'm still like, I still don't know who you are other than this time you guest judged on Drag Race. Um, but then there's also some people here. I'm like, I also don't know who you are other than this time that you are now guest judging on Drag Race. But I feel like with the earlier seasons, they were still somehow relevant to the gay community. Even though we were like, who is this person? Like, maybe like they were more important to like a subset of the queer community that we just weren't in touch with because, you know, we were younger or something. Now it's just like everyone's doing it because it's such a big and prominent show that it's good publicity. Or it's like they're like obsessed with the queen, so they're like, I need to be on it. As opposed to they're just like a random friend of RuPaul that Ru knows from back in the day. You know? Like, okay, I'm gonna use the season 2 episode, the rock episode, when Terry Nunn was the guest judge. I'm like, I still don't know who the fuck Terry Nunn is. But obviously Raven knew who Terry Nunn was. And so like obviously she's important to maybe not me as a queer person, but obviously, you know, someone a generation ahead of me. Maybe you're just more forgiving. Yeah, I mean, because like the logo days, they didn't have the budget, you know, and these were people, they were just like, okay, who, you know, who has the free time, who just, you know, would want to spend an afternoon with us to do some guest judging. Yeah, Lily Tomlin and Johnny Weir in season 3, like, okay, those are some, like, bigger names. Who else was, like, a big name on an earlier season? Like, Debbie Reynolds, was it Debbie Reynolds and, Cloris Leachman? What season were they on? Elvira. I mean, for a while there, I feel like they have Cassandra Peterson, like, locked up in the WoW Presents basement. Her and Charo. And LaToya Jackson. Those three are locked up in the WoW Presents basement. They were on season 2. Right, for the makeover challenge. I mean, you had Bob Mackie as the first ever guest judge. Like, Bob Mackie. Kind of fine. Oh yeah, frequently the singer with the lip sync song. I think it was All Stars 1. They had Beth Ditto for the finale as one of the guest judges. And then because it's a finale, they obviously use a Rue song. But like, why would you bring Beth Ditto there and like not have a single gossip song? Maybe you should have saved her for a different week. But I guess against schedules and all that. Oh, the Pointer Sisters, yes. Martha Walsh was on season 2. You know, they did the Carry On lip sync. Iconic. I also like when they bring like actual designers. Carnivine for like the design challenge weeks. Like obviously Bob Mackie. When Isaac Mizrahi was on, when Jeremy Scott. What else did they have? Oh, Zaldi, yeah. I also miss Matthew too when they would have him as a guest judge sometimes. But we're never gonna get Matthew back. Damn. Wait, was Demi Lovato was a guest judge when they did I Really Don't Care as a lip sync song? Why they don't have Raven guest judge? So on UK it was either UK 4 or 5, maybe it was UK 5. I'm pretty sure, or maybe it was Versus the World. I don't remember. A recent season of UK, Raven actually. So Rue was sick. So Michelle took over as head judge, and Raven filled in as Michelle. So we did kind of get Raven as a guest judge in that way. Yeah, so Michelle also, Rue is no longer, at least for this upcoming season of Down Under, Rue is not hosting it, Michelle is. Um, doing fashion photo review would be a conflict of interest. I mean, I don't know why it would be. It's not like fashion photo review has no bearing on anything. Carnivine. Like she's judging, she would be judging the season like a year before fashion photo review. Like if so Trixie says that there's a key, like sometimes they film the pit stop like a month or so in advance of the episodes actually airing. So like she knew about the morphine body lip sync like a month before any of us did and had to be quiet about it for an entire month. So I'm assuming that it would be similar for fashion photo review. So I don't know, like, I don't know why that would be a conflict of interest. Because she's not competing on the show. She would just be a guest judge. Like, when Raja was there for All-Star 7, like, that would be a conflict of interest, obviously. But, like, we already heard what she thought on the show. Yeah. To hear it again, or she'd have something, or like yeah, I'm not sure how they would do that, but I think also at the same time, like, does like would, because here's the thing, it already takes them what, like 6 hours to get Rue ready. Something to that effect. I don't remember what the exact number. Maybe it's like 4 hours. It's a good amount of time just to get Rue ready, and then Raven would have to get herself ready. I just think like there just would not be enough time. And there's also, like, some unspoken thing that Rue doesn't want other drag queens on the panel. Michelle Visage withstanding. Or notwithstanding. Wasn't Matthew originally in Raven's position? Yeah, but Matthew didn't get into drag. She could be out of drag, like, on Snatch Game. Yeah. I mean, it depends on how you would want Raven to be as a guest judge. I mean, and ultimately, is it something she wants to do? I mean, she's already on the payroll. I imagine it would be a long day already. Because then she would have, because she wouldn't get a break then. She would be guest judging, and then they would go on break, and she has to do touch-ups for Rue. Anyway. But there are some guest judges that I would personally love to see that we haven't gotten yet. Like, I feel like Grace Jones would be a great guest judge. We're just going to erase We're going to erase the Night of a Thousand Grace Joneses from All Stars 8 out of our memories. Yeah, they did that. She did not guest judge though. You didn't want. Yeah, I mean, you didn't really miss much of it, I think. Like, if you want it just because you want to have knowledge of everything RuPaul's Drag Race, then watch it. And also, honestly, Jimbo's Snatch Game. Watch it for Jimbo's Snatch Game, or at least just watch that Snatch Game. They did a redemption night for Night of a Thousand Madonnas. That's because it was Kimono Gate. They didn't do it because they wanted to. They did it because they had to do a redemption of Night of a Thousand Madonnas. But I'm gonna be honest, the Grace Jones one, like, it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't like Kimono Gate. Carnivine. I am surprised we have not seen LaToya Jackson in a million years, though. She used to be there all the time. Alright. We have reached another hydration checkpoint. Go hydrate yourselves. Get some water. Drink some water. Or another beverage of the non-alcoholic variety. I have been sipping when asked. Okay, good. Alright. I think I'm gonna go to 4200 and I will end stream because I need to take a little break. Think about dinner. Get a couple of chores done, maybe. So for these last, now 12 checks, I need all 3 of you to help me manifest. Only 4,000 more encounters to full odds. Yeah, and there's only after today, there's only one more day. So I don't think I'm gonna hit full odds, but it's fine. I know I could have done a lot more checks this entire week. but sometimes life happens. And you can't let it get you down. Like, I'll probably do some more tonight, like at least 100 more checks, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to the lots. Fine. Alright. Today. The last check of the stream. Manifest real hard right now. Put in all your shiny energy into this last check. Nope. Alright, well... I won't say it's been a successful stream, because while... No, wait, that wasn't the joke. Anyway, forget it. Thank you everyone for joining me today. We had fun. I had fun. I love chatting with people. Don't ever feel afraid to just, come say hi. Just, tell me what's up. Talk about things with me. I'm here to vibe and have fun while shining the game. Anyone else who's participating in Safari Week, I hope your hunts continue to go well and you find lots of good shinies. And you get to gloat at the end of this, because you should definitely gloat, because this is hard. This stuff is hard. But to everyone else who just came to watch and hang out, thank you so much, and have a great night, or whatever time of day it is near you. See you tomorrow!